Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hands Off Our Children radio show. I'm your host, Cogee. Definitely doing it big. I'm feeling good. I'm back in town, coming from my trip. Definitely ready to get back in the groove, you know what I'm saying? I was so anxious to do this show today, and I'm so happy to do this show today. We got our humanitarians. We're talking about people in the community that's doing great things, but just so happen both of the people that, I'm interviewing today, they both deal with the boxing community. You know what I'm saying? They in the boxing community. They are taking a lot of youth under their belt. They're doing great things with them. They're showing them another way to deal with their anger, another way to channel, all the pain that they're going through, another way to make sure that they can see another day by just walking away. But in sometimes in order to walk away, y'all know that you might have to fight. The bully might just keep pushing you to where, hey, you might have to turn around and throw hands. You know what I'm saying? But if you have to throw hands, to some people, throw hands mean fight, boxing, to some people that don't know. If you have to fight, well, why not be prepared and train how to fight? You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I say, my man Brandon is definitely in with us in the first hour, and he's definitely doing it big from Havoc City. Boxing and fitness, definitely doing it big. And he's going to come in and definitely make sure that he break it down to us, about the youth that he have, the great people in the community that's helping him, and he's a humanitarian. I mean, I've been knowing him for a long time. He always stay in touch with me. He always makes sure to, give us likes and support us on Facebook and, the Hands Off Our Children. And definitely me and him and some more people, we going to link up and do what we going to do. In the second and third hour, we got Mr. Marvin Columbus, who's definitely doing it big for KO High. He's got a big tournament coming up where I'll be receiving a humanitarian award my own self. You know what I'm saying? Thank you that somebody recognized what I'm doing in the community and for a lot of people. So it's going to be a great show today. I want to say what's up to everybody all around the world, all the people that support us, all the new people that's been hitting us since the video's been out. We've been getting a lot of love. We've been getting a lot of support. Y'all know I definitely do this for our community. I want to make sure that, children are all right. Children have a better day. And I also want to help, like I said, all the single moms and single dads out there. I mean, we feel like we family members in your household with this show, the way that we are definitely bringing this great information. We're making sure that, while you at work or whatever you're doing, if we can teach your child through our show how to survive, how to be okay, the right knowledge to have to be out in the street on their own and make the right decisions. That's why this show is important. So, I want to thank my whole team for what they do. My team definitely holds it down. While I'm out of town, they doing their thing and they making sure that the show's tight. You know what I'm saying? Our producer Shay's definitely doing it. Jay's handling the business. You know what I'm saying? E's making sure the show run good on the inside. And I mean, we got a host of people. My man Alan, man, holding it down all the way in the ATL, doing it big for us out there. I mean, we got a whole team of people that's definitely doing it big. Miss Peaches. I mean, the names go on. And like I said, if I forgot anybody's name, hey, charge it to my mind, not my heart. I got love for all y'all. Sunshine, who definitely, that's my support system to the fullest. My man Bernie Mac, who's definitely doing it for us in the school system, making sure that our message is heard and carried out. So, it's so many people to name. You know what I'm saying? My man Mike, my board guy, who keep us crispy clean where y'all can hear us and doing it. But, to my radio station, I want to thank them as well, for being a part of what we're doing right now. And, they also are a part of being humanitarians, helping this show, to go where it needs to go. You know what I'm saying? So, with no further ado, we're going to take a break and we come back. We got my man, Brandon, who will be in with us. And like I said, he's from Havoc Center Boxing and Fitness. Havoc Center Boxing and Fitness. He'll definitely be in with us. And like I said, it's going to be a great show. Y'all going to love him. I love him. He's one of my family members. And like I said, he's definitely on point for me and other people. And he can be on point for you. And we're going to tell you how. As soon as he come in, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back. Y'all can see I'm anxious to do this show. I mean, like I said, when I have great humanitarians in, these are people who don't have to do what they do. But they take their money and they take their time and they say, hey, I'm going to give it back to the children because they are our future and they do mean a lot. And, like I said, I'm going to say again, not only do I love his guy, these two humanitarians that's on my show today, y'all love them too. If you give them a chance and you listen to this show and you learn, get your pens and paper, get ready for all this great information, and you can be a part of this family that we have of go-getters, making sure that children are all right. So much love to you guys. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back. It's the Hands Off Our Children show. I'm your host, Cogee. When we come back, we definitely getting it in. We'll be right back. Hey, we back, everybody. Welcome back to the Hands Off Our Children radio show. I'm your host, Cogee, and like I said, we definitely doing it big today. We got the team in. We got my man Ian. What's up, E?
What's going on, man? I'm happy to be here.
Is it a great show today, man?
Oh, I'm excited for this show.
Oh, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be a real good one.
Definitely. We got Sunshine in the house. Sunshine, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm so glad to be here today. I'm really excited.
And Sunshine is definitely a supporter of what we're doing. It's making sure, that these children have a brighter day. And I want to thank you again, like I said, for sticking with me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you've never left my side. You know what? You might be new to some people, but you've been a part of the team for a long time. You've been out sick. You've been doing your thing, as far as healing and getting back. But you always support us on Facebook. You always keep me lifted up with inspiring words to go and keep doing what I'm doing. And I just want to tell you, I do appreciate you.
Well, I love you. I
right.
love all of you.
And I appreciate that because, like I said, there's been a lot of people that, hey, they came and they went. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is. So life goes on. God bless them, and we're going to keep going, too. So with no further ado, let me tell you something, everybody. This man right here on my right, not only is he my friend, not only is he my family member, but I call him my brother. It's my man Brandon. He's from Havoc City, boxing and fitness. He's definitely doing it big. Y'all see I got the name right. You know what I'm saying? I always say the boxing gym, Havoc Boxing Gym. That's what I call it. Yeah. But he's like, Cogee, if you can call it Havoc City Boxing and Fitness, that's what he goes by. But let me tell you something about this person real quick. Not only, like I said, is my man a humanitarian, but he really is. He really loves what he's teaching the children. He's very inspired by children that come to his gym. Now, I want y'all to hear me say this. He's inspired by children that come to his gym that want to be there and that are focused to be there. Now, he have some children that, some parents bring children in and they want to be a part of the gym, but the children ain't really sure if that's what they want to do. But he still bring them in. He let them see how he get down, how he trains, the youth. And then if it don't work out, you know what I'm saying? He don't kick them out of the class. He wants you to keep bringing them and let them keep training because he believes in fitness. He believes in no child should be left behind. He believes in maybe boxing ain't for you, but the training part you need because children need to be healthy. We have so many obese children right now. And when me and Brandon was talking earlier before the show, he's like, Cogee, my heart is really going out to making sure that even if children don't box, that's cool. We don't put you in a certain class away from people. You still a part of the team. You know what I'm saying? You can just be a motivator for other children and help him out in, doing what he needs to do. And he's got a host of people that help him too. His loved ones, his family members, and a lot of people who really care about him achieving this goal. And I'm one of those people. So I like to say, Brandon, I want to thank you for being on the show today, man.
Thank you.
You my man. I mean that. Long time overdue.
Yes, a long time overdue. I appreciate it. Glad to meet everybody here.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Brandon, what do you think about this show, man? You always support us on Facebook. You always showing us that love, man. You always making sure that you like Cogee go, man. Do your thing. I'm proud of you. What keeps you gravitated to our show?
How we helping kids and just staying positive out of all the negativity that's out there in the world. If I scroll through Facebook, and I rarely do, but when I do, when I see you up there, gotta hit like, I gotta hit share, because that's the best thing you can see up there. Because there's so much negative stuff out here.
Right, that's right.
Promoting bad stuff. They need to promote positive things.
Right. Then Brandon, let me ask you this. So some people can have a little bit of your background. Then we got my man Alan, man, on the phone. Alan, man, you know what? Let me do this real quick. Alan, man, I want to bring you in. How you doing today, Alan, man? Alan, man. Okay, he must have dropped off. Let me go back to Brandon real quick. We're going to give him a little background about you and how you get down and how you do your thing and have done your thing for a while. So let him know where you come from, man, how you get down when it comes to boxing, and why it means so much to you to pass the torch to our youth.
It means so much to me to be able to pass the torch because I put in so much time, so much hard work. My background is I was a foster kid. went through so many foster homes. It was like I was gave fake and false love to get what they wanted to get from me.
Right.
So as I progressed in sports, whatever it may be, from boxing to football to basketball, I saw the difference than what I was being told every day. So for a while I was stuck in the middle, like, do they love me? Do they love me? Do they like me because of my size? Do they like me because of what I can do? Because growing up in the city of Detroit, it's either you get eat or you eat.
Right.
So I ate.
Yeah.
So I had to choose. So
Right.
it's like, man, it was hard, man. I left everybody, came out here by myself, stuck with boxing. So boxing changed my life and saved my life. So I'm trying to give it back the best way that I can to the kids that want to box.
When you was in, like you said, when you was in foster care, who are some of the fighters that you kept your eye on that gave you inspiration to even make it through that, where you can survive and get through foster care, but keep your dream alive, but stay on fire and have that passion about your craft of boxing?
It was Mark Rayner. His family adopted me. Out of the entire family, I hate to say that he was the best thing that happened to me. Unfortunately, we lost him due to a carjacking at the time. And so it was like the people I was loving, I was losing.
Right.
So I was angry on the inside, but I had to learn how to try my best to calm it down on my own.
Right.
Which him, Mark Rayner, and then at the time Mike Tyson. So those are two guys that kept me in it all the time.
Right.
So it was just like I had to stay positive for not even knowing Mike Tyson at the time, just knowing him from TV. And then my brother Mark, it was just like, oh, okay, this is what he's doing. I know Mike Tyson's doing the same thing, but he's just at a higher level than my brother.
Right.
So it just kept me grounded to where I could say, okay, I need to stay focused at it and things that happen.
Okay, I hear you. Now let me do this real quick. We're gonna go to the phone call. We're gonna go to Alaman. Alaman, how you doing today?
I'm good, Cogee. How you doing?
All right, Alaman, with you being a fitness trainer and out of town, and you work with a lot of youth, and you doing a lot of stuff. I told you last night when we talked that I was having Brandon on the show today. You was like, man, that's really cool that we have these lovers of children, to come through that really are making a difference with children. Now, what would you like to say to him? Because see, this is something that I know you can relate to, being that you are a humanitarian like I am, and he is, and a lot of others out there that's watching this show right now. And like I said, much love and big ups to all the humanitarians out there. We all support you. We know it's a hard job, but hey, somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. What would you like to say to him, Alaman?
I just like to tell them, hey, I'm proud of you for what you're doing, because these kids, they really need that little extra push. And with what you're doing with the boxing, it is so good for them because they can get all those frustrations out, and at the same time, they can learn to protect themselves,
That's right.
And that is big up,
Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Because I want the kids to know how to defend themselves. They don't need, just like Cogee was saying, they don't have to be a boxer, but they just got to know how to defend themselves. And if they learn that and with discipline, that's what's missing today.
Right.
I believe.
And let me say this real quick, Alaman, I'll come right back to you real quick. One thing Brandon does not tolerate, and I'm going to say this, and I want all the parents to hear this, and that's why it's great, and I ain't just saying it because he's sitting here. It's great to take your kids to his facility because he don't tolerate bullies. But he wants the bullies to come to his gym. He invite the bullies to come to his gym so he can help them to work on their discipline, help them to work on their inner problem of what's going on with them. Let me go back to you real quick, and then I'll go back to Alaman. When, like you said, when you was dealing with, being in, the group home and all that, what do you understand about the children right now that are on the news and getting in trouble 24/7 that are coming from those different facilities of, growing up in foster care and growing up in a lot of different places like that with lack of love? What do you understand about that, and how do you feel, like me and you talked about before the show, that what can me and you do to help them?
What me and you could do to help them is that when they come to the gym and they make themselves, they be shy for a second, but when they make themselves vulnerable to you to talk to them.
Right.
Like, because sometimes that's all they need is somebody to listen to what they saying, communicate with them, talk with them, even if it's just simple as, hey, how you doing? Next time you'll get more. Right. And I go through that all the time. I had a kid come down. He was super shy. He said he wanted to sign up for boxing, talk to me on the phone. When he actually came to the gym, he was scared. He cried. And then, so I kept saying, I said, don't worry about it. When you come back, I'll be waiting on you.
Right.
So when he came back, I was able to say 2 more words. Then, shoot, after a week, man, he let down his guard. You would think that was my nephew,
Right?
Because he was able to, like, let whatever he had to go and understand that I was his friend first, and then he was able to still work out.
Right.
So it's like you figure a way out to communicate with the kids, and if you can do that, you'll always progress with kids.
What about the discipline for our young ladies? What I didn't seen you get down, but you
Yeah.
can tell it better than me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I didn't seen you. I mean, in many classes doing your thing, and how you don't hold back on them. That's one thing I can say. You treat everybody equal, right down the middle. You know what I'm saying? You don't
Yeah.
treat the girls no different than the boys. You make them put it in, get into work, just like you make the boys get into work.
Yeah.
What frame of mind do you put the females in to let them know that they can compete with the boys? Just because they boys don't mean nothing. They have that same inner fire inside of them that they can release, to accomplish the goal of boxing.
I show them that they can do it too, because they see guys doing it and they be like, oh, I can't do that. So I say, okay, if you just listen to me, I can guide you to where you can be able to do it like them or better than them.
That's right.
I said, because there's no limits on nobody.
That's right.
Anybody can do it. If you listen to me, I can help you reach your goal and beyond that. Just listen to me.
That's
I
right.
tell them to believe in themselves. And that's all a lot of people need, whether they want to admit it or not. They need somebody to believe in them, whether if it's simple for a workout for 1 hour a day.
Right.
If the trainer believes in them, they'll get the job done. And my slogan is that I believe in you more than you believe in yourself.
That's right. I hear
And
you.
I tell them that all the time.
But this is something that I dealt with a lot of different people that I didn't try to help, a lot of different people that, I tried to take under my wing. You can't save everybody. I think that's the most hurting thing when you really are a sincere person like I am, and I'm trying to help you no matter what age you are. If I'm truly trying to help you and I got your back and I'm not going to turn away from you no matter what, but you got a different agenda, but I'm not going to outwork you. And Brandon, I know you feel the same way. You don't want nobody to come to your gym and you're going to outwork them. That don't make sense because you are the trainer, you the creator. You know what I'm saying? You the Mr. Miyagi. You get what I'm saying?
Yep. So that's why.
Can you talk about that real quick?
Yeah, a lot of people want you to be there for them as if, okay, they want you. You say, okay, you train them. They want you to be a partner. Like, no, I'm your partner in motivating you,
Right.
not working out with you.
Right.
So I say, now, understand, if you asking me to work out with you, I'm going to forget that you're there because I'm a professional.
Right.
So when I go into working out, it's nobody else is important to me at that time.
Right.
Which is selfish, but it's what I need to be the professional that I am.
Mm-hmm.
So at that same time, I just have to let them know they just have to be the best that they can in listening and be able to take constructive criticism, be able to listen, be able to perform what I'm asking. I can, of course, show them what to do.
Right.
But working out, too, at the same time is still independent. It's still very independent because you got to say, okay, listen to your instruction, do it.
And
so
you-
sometimes that communication.
And I'm sure you're not going to beg nobody to work out once they're in your facility. You're there to work
You're
out.
there to work
I'm not
out.
going to keep encouraging you to work out. Either you want to do it or you don't. That makes it easy on the whole class. But the class is not supposed to be hard for the teacher. Can you speak on that? I just want parents to know when they come, they got to have their children in this mind frame as you bring them to the gym.
Yeah, when you bring your kid or yourself to the gym to work out, remember, this is a facility you coming to. You paid to be there. You gave me your money for me to train you. So if you come there, you're going to be trained. So all excuses is out the door.
That's right.
Because if you can't be there, you shouldn't be there.
That's right.
If you're going to be there and make an excuse, that's not a good excuse for you or your child, because then that's setting up a pattern as they get older.
Right.
Oh, they go to the gym and they say, oh, my leg is hurting today, but I'm going to just go light. No, you're going to work out hard as you're supposed to work out today because you want the best for them and the best results for them.
Right.
Because you don't want to be a facility or a person or a trainer that says, oh, well, we don't get the results because why? You always let the people slack off because they say their leg hurt.
Right.
Okay, if their leg hurt, you're going to work the other leg out then. That's what I believe.
I hear you. Now, Alan, man, let me go to you real quick, and then I want you to get ready, Sunshine, because I want to talk about a little bit about the abuse that you went through as a young lady. If you would have met Brandon and he was doing this boxing thing, that would have helped you get a lot of that fire and that heat out of your life as well. You get what I'm saying? We're going to talk a little bit about that. Then we're going to come to E, and we're going to talk about why it's a great thing for you to just get all the anxiety you've been going through out in the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, for other great young people to understand that, hey, it's better than being out on the streets doing nothing.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the truth right
But
there.
one thing I want my producers to do, I need Miss Peaches on the phone, and I need to tell her that Brandon's in the house, and she done sent some people to Brandon's facility, and I want her to talk about Brandon real quick. So let me go to Alan, man. Alan, man, can you relate to everything that Brandon was saying when he was saying about the rules of bringing the children to the gym, how the parents should have their children in a mindset? I know you work with a lot of kids, so tell me about what you heard and, you know, how you can break it down to the parents a little bit more where you and him can have a great understanding with the parents to know y'all not going to outwork their children. Alan, man. Okay, I guess his phone dropped off real quick. So let me do this. We'll go to Sunshine. Sunshine, how do you think Brandon could have been, you know, a force in your life helping you to overcome a lot of pain at that time?
I think it would have been awesome if I would have been there with him. You know, like you said, I was abused at a young age. And if I had someone to talk to or someone to go to, you know, it would have helped me tremendously. I believe that.
Right. And then, like you said, you know, a lot of times you were sitting around, you know, you didn't have no outlet. And the devil, you know, what they say, the devil's mind, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's definitely, you know, when the devil get in your head, all he got is idle time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To make you think crazy things, you know what I'm saying? To make you feel a certain way. So if you could have been going to that gym and, you know, getting all of that out of your system, you know what I'm saying?
That would have been a great help for me.
So what do you encourage to young ladies right now that's listening to the show?
I encourage you to please, you know, if something's happening in your life, you need to either write it down or go find someone, get that energy out. I didn't even write it down. You know, I kept it all inside. So all of that anger and all of the suppression was inside of me. But now it's out. It's coming out every day. You know, now that I've met this team and I'm with my family now, it's been great. And, you know, and I need the children to understand that they need to do that. They need to get it out.
Right. And, you know, I always say whenever I do these shows, y'all all know I never make it about me. I always say, my cape ain't big enough. I feel like I'm a community hero, but my cape ain't big enough. I need more other super friends. And this is one of them that I have sitting beside me. But his cape ain't big enough. That's why he's sitting beside me. If we all come together, our cape can be huge to help these children, to protect them from a lot of different stuff. But here's the good thing about it. When we come together as a team, Brandon can say, Cogee, with what I'm doing over here in my facility, I want you to come in and give my children a motivational talk. I want you to come in and talk to them about what they're doing. I can say, Brandon, I'm dealing with a lot of children right now with hands off of children. This kid right here has been getting in a lot of trouble. I need to come bring him to you. We got to be able to share children and bring them over to each other. But in the midst of that, we got to know that these children are safeguarded.
Definitely.
Nobody is going to hurt these children when we bring these children and put them in somebody else's hands to help us, to help them, that these children are all right. And that means a lot to me. And y'all know my whole team, we talk about this all the time. Nobody is never left with a child by themselves. We always have another person with us when we deal with these children. Nobody should be with a child one-on-one. You know, it's too much that can happen. And it goes back to what Brandon said earlier. A lot of children that come from these foster facilities, they've been battered, bruised, they've been hurt, they've been lied to, they've been treated so wrong, and this is something that they didn't deserve. So it's not their fault. This is something that you made them believe, and you gave them false hope, and then you bamboozled them and didn't do nothing you said, but then you abandoned them, or you kicked them out, or you quit giving them that attention that you was giving them in the beginning, and they don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that, and they don't deserve that. So my thing is, whenever one of us have one of those kind of children and we say, here, it's cool. Brandon's like me. He's like me. Just talk to him, tell him what's up. I'll even go with you on your first few classes and sit there so you can see he is who I say he is, and then I got to move on because I can't put all my focus on one child when I got a lot of other children that I'm helping everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Me and my team. But I want to put them somewhere to where they can grow and they can be better, you know, a better human being. You know what I'm saying? And I don't need no accolades from it. The accolades that me and Brandon are looking for is that you grow up, you be a great person in this city, a productive person with class, with character, but you owe what we taught you to another child. Speak on that, Brandon.
That's exactly what I believe in. I like that 100%.
You owe it.
Owe it. And I do that right now. We're not even thinking about it. It's like it's the best gift you can give back to somebody.
Oh.
Just as something as
Life.
simple
For real.
Yeah.
as life. Is getting them to understand that somebody do care. Because you be in that world lost, figuring if somebody care, but somebody do care. You can been through the system. You can go through all that, but you find the one person that care, that's all you need.
That's
That'll
right.
change your whole life.
That's right. But you know what? The thing about it is, I'm a piggyback off Brandon again. If you do find that right person that care, you can't quit.
No.
You can't get them all in and then you just hit the brakes and quit because they don't understand that. You've been a motivational force that's been keeping them rolling and keeping them. You've been steam engine and being the steam engine to their mind, and then you just stop.
No, you can't.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Usually when you just stop, you got to remember this kid came from nowhere, some of them. So they have no destination forward without you helping them and guiding them to it. So Brandon, how important is that, and then I'm coming to you, E, how important is that, Brandon, that the people understand? I want you to put it in your own words. You can't give up on somebody that you get all in with you. Like you said, once you broke the ice with them, you can't quit.
No, you can't quit on them because if somebody quits on them, they're going to think, oh, okay, I could do enough to get there, then I quit. Then what did you start? You started a pattern for the rest of their life.
Right.
Something they get like or the road may get difficult, they're going to quit. You got to always believe in yourself and have the willpower to teach somebody, the patience, and you got to constantly tell them you believe in them, even when you see the road is hard. Constantly telling them, because one day they're going to be sitting by themselves, going through whatever they're going through, and they're going to hear your voice saying, always remember, I believe in you.
Right.
That's
If
right.
you tell them that, keep constantly telling them, even say it for no reason, because then they get accustomed to hearing it. The next thing you know, they start believing in that. I was training a girl. The example of what I just said, I was training a girl this entire summer, getting ready for college. She got a scholarship for basketball.
Oh, that's cool.
And I said,
Awesome.
she was always like, oh, every girl going to be bigger than me. I said, okay, by the time you leave, I'm going to have you jumping up on 3 tires. I'm going to have you doing this. By the time that came, she's jumping on 3 tires. By the time that came, she can grab a basketball rim. By the time it came, but before she couldn't do it. Why? Because of the simple fact she couldn't believe in herself. So every day, to this day, she just went to college. I called her yesterday.
That's cool.
I said, so what's the magic word? She said, I'm the best athlete in the world.
That's
'Cause
right.
I told her
There
that.
you
So
I
you
hear
got to
you.
believe in yourself. And why is that? Because she has a bad father, didn't take care of her, would beat her, and all it is her mother, and her brother. So she don't need it now because her mother got her there. But it's always good to be a extra ear for that lady and her son, or a guided parent, to always have somebody else telling their kids that they believe in them, so they're not just hearing it from their parents all the time. So they say, okay, so it really is true that I believe in myself. I could do whatever I think I can't do.
You know what? When it comes to some of the females right now, and then Alan Man just got back in. We're going to go to him. When it comes to some of the females that's doing great things right now, that you got great examples to give people. Throw out a few names real quick. Give the women some inspiration to know it can be done, and you can make it happen.
Yeah, I can make it happen I train, man, sitting here thinking about
I know
that,
it's a
but
lot of them.
it's a
I'm
lot
talking
of
about
them.
the Ronda Rouseys out there.
Yeah.
I'm saying all the women that's out there, they getting it. They
They
getting it
getting it.
done. That's
They
what we're
getting it
talking
done.
about. The Layla Ali's, the
Layla,
people with
yeah.
the backgrounds. I'm
The
talking
Layla
about
Ali,
them.
the background.
Serena Williams. all
Serena
them.
Williams. Lucia Riker. Oh man, it's Christy Martin. It's so many women, man. Like, I can't even think of it right now.
Yeah.
It's so many
Skylar
women.
Diggins.
Yeah, Skylar
Yeah.
Diggins.
A lot of them. I mean,
Maya-
throw some names.
Maya Moore.
Maya Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So it's just women are getting it done. They can do a lot of things that men can do.
Right. It can happen.
It can happen for them in their own way. They just have to believe in themselves. And sometimes just to believe is so much bigger if people can really understand that. Sometimes they really don't. But if you just believe, man, that could be the spark that could light up a whole world.
And
But you got to work on your craft every
Every
day.
day.
Practice
Yeah.
makes.
Perfect.
There it is.
And I was just going to add, especially for women, they live in a society where the cards are already stacked against them. Society thinks men are automatically better at sports. They're automatically stronger. They're automatically more athletic. So when a woman can believe in themselves, they can achieve great things. Just looking
Yeah.
at Serena Williams.
There it is. You're right about that, definitely. Let me go to Alan Man real quick. My brother Alan Man, right before you
Hey,
had
Coach.
right before you had left out, and I was asking you when I had clicked over to you, I was asking you, you can break it down because I know what you go through when you train in people's children. And if the parents don't have the children in the same frame of mind as the coach and the person who's the mentor, that becomes a problem. Can you speak on that to the parents on what frame of mind they need to have their children in when they bring their children to you and Brandon's facilities?
Well, for one, the parents, they have to encourage their kids, because we can encourage them, but a lot of kids look up to their parents so much, And when you tell your kids, hey, you're going here, pay attention, and do what you're supposed to do, it makes a big difference. It makes our job a lot easier.
Right. That's right. You're definitely right about that.
Because feel like Brandon, I'm sure Brandon does the same thing, but, we don't only have one person at a specific time. We have a lot of people, so we're multitasking the whole time. So we can't put all our focus on a child that's being misbehaved.
Right.
Because then it takes away from everybody else who's there to learn. So you have to tell your kids, look, you're here for a reason. You're not here to play.
Right.
Now pay attention and listen.
That's right. You know what? Let me do this real quick. Brandon, I want you to give some encouraging words to Alan, man, being a trainer just like you. He's a hero and a humanitarian in ATL, doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And when you come out there, I definitely want y'all to. You just left from out there.
Yeah.
I saw it on Facebook. Hey, Alan, man, he just left from out there, but now he got you out there, and I definitely want y'all to link up when y'all land in each other's cities. I mean, y'all got a lot in common, but it's some things that can jump off into ATL with what he's doing. You feel me? And as well as out here. But I want to hear the encouraging words back and forth to each other to let the people know that this is real and that both of y'all do need encouraging words from other people who are doing the same sport y'all doing. So I'll start with you, Brandon.
Yeah, just always believe, take in anybody long as they want to work out. It's your job it's your job and your commitment you made to yourself before these people came around to any person you meet to train them when they're in your facility and when they're trying to get them to your facility. So always take them in, no matter what it may be. Of course, we trainers, we do an assessment of what bothers them or what really hurts, and we try to get them to see different ways that they can work out. Because you hear so many times, you hear can't all the time. Oh, I can't do this because of this. Or I can't do this because of that. Oh, I got exercise-induced asthma. Okay, well, we're going to beat that because I don't believe in that, how I was brought up myself. Like, I just don't believe in that. Exercise-induced asthma, I'd never heard of it in my life. So it's just like they tell you all that all the time, but they say I want to work out. And then you got some people you probably get it all the time. Oh, well, if I just do this diet, I'll be fine. No, it's not just a diet. It's a way of life.
Right.
A dieting, working out, get on a consistent plan, because if you do something for 30 days, it become more than just a habit.
Yeah.
That's what just part of you.
Right.
So do something consistent for 30 days. We have to get them to do that. We have to get them to believe in themselves as much as we believe in them at all.
Okay, there it is. Alan, man, real quick, and then we got Miss Peaches on the line with us. Go ahead, Alan, man.
Always encourage them that they can always do better, no matter how good they are. Because no matter how good you are, you always have room for improvement, You always got to teach them and tell them, look, I was here too. I didn't start where I'm at today. I started from the bottom.
That's right.
Like a song, I started from the bottom, now I'm here.
That's right. It's real talk.
So that's where I started. This is where I'm at, and I'm still growing. Because no matter who you are or what you do, you can always be taught something.
That's right.
Yep.
I hear you, Alan, man. You know what? And like I said, and I definitely thank both of y'all for giving each other those encouraging words back and forth, because I want the young people who's motivated by seeing this show and want to be trained by you all to know that it's real. Y'all giving advice back and forth to each other to keep each other strong, to keep it going on for the children. And I don't care what you do in this world. We all need a mentor. We all need a motivator for what we do. And that's just real talk. But Miss Peaches, I'm going to come to you right now. Miss Peaches, I want to thank you for being on the show today, and I want you to talk about Brandon, who's with Havoc City Boxing and Fitness. You know all about him. You send people to him. Break it down for us, Miss Peaches.
Hey, everybody. You guys are sounding great, giving so much good advice to everybody, to young people and to grown-ups, because you're absolutely right, Big Bro. We definitely need to always do, strive for better and be a better us. It's not about comparing ourselves to anybody else, but being a better us than we were yesterday. And to Brandon at Havoc City Boxing, I mean, I talk about you all the time. I send people your way constantly. You are very good with the kids. You're such a motivator to them, and you keep it fun. You're hard on them, but you're not hard, like angry hard, or you know what I'm saying? The way you teach it makes kids want to come back. They want to be a part of what you're doing. And I think that, and I'm so happy that you have your facility. And if somebody has not come there to try you out, they definitely need to.
That's right.
Girls, boys, because you teach, you don't, your teaching is across the board. You teach the girls to box, you teach the boys to box, you teach them discipline, and you keep them going. And I just have to say, I've heard of a lot of excuses too, but the asthma-induced whatever you said, that was hilarious.
Good Lord.
Man, I heard that at least 6 times a year.
Wow.
Well, you let me know when somebody tells you that, because we'll try to find something that we can open their breathing breathing waves with some peppermint or something.
Miss Peaches, let me ask you this: you done had a few people to go there. What did they say they liked about his gym, and why was it great for them at the time? They were going there before they went out of town.
Oh, because the whole environment. And just the way that Brandon greets you, and like I said, he keeps the kids so, motivated, so wanting to be there. And yeah, they might get tired, but they know that they're doing something great for themselves. He's not only teaching them that they can protect themselves, because that's so important, but he's also showing that they can endure when it gets rough. They love how he changes the exercises up throughout. It's just keeps going. When somebody goes and does a class there, it just keeps going. You don't have time to think about it, whine about it. You don't have time to get bored. Nothing. It's just go.
Right. And you know what? One time I was at the gym, and he had I'm serious, it was about 20 kids, but he was training one little young dude that was a champion. But I didn't even know he was a champion, because you treated everybody the same until after the workout, and you said, "You see that guy right there? He's a champion." I was like, I didn't even know it. The way you trained everybody, and he was in with them, it wasn't no difference. And I was very impressed with that. I just want to let you know I was very impressed.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
I was very impressed with that, because I didn't know, but you didn't show no favoritism. You know what I'm saying?
favoritism.
Now, I'm going to go to you real quick. How important is it, to be somewhere where there's no favoritism, man, and no color lines? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's there to get it. Everybody's there to achieve. And why would that be, a good situation for you? Break it down.
It's very important, because I think if he had treated him with favoritism, that champion, then now the other kids are probably getting discouraged. They think, oh, I don't have as much potential as him because he's not showing me that kind of attention. So I think it's important for the other kids' self-esteem. I think it's important for him as well, for his credibility, talking about humanitarianism and thinking it's important for everybody to be like this. You can't show anybody that kind of favoritism, because now you're picking out people who you think are more important. So I think that's big ups to him for treating everybody the same. And, I wish I had been there to see that, because I think that's an amazing thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
But one thing we are going to do, like I said, everybody, Young E is going to his facility.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to train with Brandon. The producer, Shay, did we okay it? It's okay. Jay?
I'm good.
There it is.
I'm
It's
good.
good. So what
I'm
we
good.
gonna do? What we gonna do? We gonna pick a day, and like I said, we all gonna go, and Shay will definitely film it and bring it to life, and we just want to show. He just Sunshine. You look. Whenever I leave your name out, you know. Whenever I leave your name out,
I'm the
you
girl.
with us. But you know what? Yeah. But this is what I want to do too, because Sunshine's been going through rehabilitation.
Yeah, and I need
So
some strength.
this works perfect.
My
Okay.
legs.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll
I can
be
help you with
Sunshine and it'll be E. They'll come, you know what I'm saying? They're going to work out with Brandon, a light workout, but he want to show the parents and show the children how he works with the children, the exercises to do, some stuff that they can be working on even before they come to you. Maybe they should work on it a week or two to get ready for that situation, but
Yeah.
you're going to show them what they can work on at home
What they can
and
work
how
on
they
at
can
home.
get ready so they won't be left behind
So they
and
won't
come
be,
in
yeah.
rusty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think that's a good
That's
move?
a good move. Yeah.
Alan, man, what you think?
I think that's a great idea, Cogee. You know,
Right.
just,
I'm ready.
Give them some type of a foundation to start out with. You know,
That's right,
and
Yeah.
it always helps.
Right. And then Alan, man, will be coming in town. And like I said, you know, he's a weightlifting fitness trainer. You know what I'm saying? So, Young E, when Alan, man, come in town, you got a session with him, too, as well.
I'm gonna hit the weights, too.
Right. He's going to show everybody properly how to hit the weights, how to work out, how not to hurt yourself, how not to overdo it. And that's what Brandon wants to show you, too, how not to get discouraged because now you done worked out so hard showing up, you done hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that'll make are you so sore? Talk about this, Brandon. Are you so sore? And Alan, man, you so sore the next day, you ain't never in life coming back.
Yeah. And that's the time you got to come
also,
back.
Cogee, I want to tell everybody, if you ever go to see a trainer and you have a question about the way they're training you, you can always send the questions to the website.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know, because some trainers, some trainers, I have to say, don't know how to train properly, especially when they have a new client that's starting. You can't go in and go ham. You have to take it slow.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. Now, let me say this real quick, and then, Brandon, I want you to throw out your facility. Let's do this real quick. Throw out your facility, where they can go to your Facebook, your Instagram, whatever you got, where it's located, and then I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
8525 Southeastern, Suite 100, zip code 89123. It's right on the borderline between Henderson and Vegas. And it's waiting on you. It's there.
From what time to what time? You open and you
Open
close
at
when?
10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Oh, man, you putting it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
You putting it in for real.
Yeah.
I hear you.
And I train every morning. So that's why I'll be open at 10 because I get my training in the morning. Or even if I do train, I train while people is there so they see a professional boxer train so they can understand what I'm teaching them, that I'm doing the same thing.
Right.
So when they see that, then there's way more respect because they see me telling them the stuff and all that stuff, which that's what they paying for, but they get to see me working out the same. But it'd be like 10 times harder than what they doing because it's a purpose for me, like my life on the line. So they just saying it's a hobby, this and that. Oh, I want to get in shape, but when I get in there, you can't tell me that my life not on the line.
I hear you. That's real
Hey,
talk.
That's good.
And let me say this, for anyone who don't think that boxing is a workout, boxing is a workout and it will kick your butt.
Yeah.
That's real talk.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
real talk.
okay.
But you know what? Let me say this real quick. One thing I want y'all to understand when it comes to Alan, man, and when it comes to Brandon, whenever you get a new trainer, don't never come to them and say, "Oh, well, my old trainer told me to do it this way."
Oh, that's
that
the worst thing.
That
That drive me up the wall. I was like, boy.
Speak on it. Speak
I
on
was
it.
like, boy, you should just put these gloves on real quick so we can see what you're talking about. Because they hear that all the
ain't
time.
cool.
My old trainer did this. He did this. My old trainer, I did boxing before. I said, okay, did they take a punch in the face? Oh, no. They just was trying to show me. I said, well, that's not boxing.
Right.
I said, anybody could pick up a pad and think they're showing you boxing. But I said, when you want a trainer, you go to a real professional trainer, right?
Right.
When you want a boxing trainer, you should go to a real boxer that's become a trainer.
Right.
Because I said it's a skill, it's a mindset, and if you think like that while you train, it'll help you perform better in your training. Not saying you'll be a fighter, but if you start thinking like that and getting your mind acclimated to thinking like that, you'll get better results faster.
I hear you, man. That's definitely right. So the moral of the story, everybody, is what I was saying was, whenever you come and you hook up with a trainer, whether if it's fitness, whether if it's basketball coach, soccer, whatever, don't tell them what another coach used to teach you. You there with them for a reason because you come to get taught by them, and now you're under new teachings. You know what I'm saying? So you have to respect that and just incorporate in your mind a little bit of what you learned from that other person, if it fits what the boxing coach or any other coach is trying to teach you. You get what I'm saying? If it fits. So I'm not going to say just put them together and it is what it is, because that could get a child hurt, and I would never say that, and you know that. Break that down.
Yep, you can't do that because you don't want nobody to get hurt.
Yeah.
You want them to accept what they're doing now learn from where they past trainer, because evidently they left the past trainer and they here with you at the time.
Right.
So you gotta, ask them what they did with the last trainer, which is being right, which being cordial, and which is understanding what they have done already and what can they do. So then if you understand that asset, then you can start from that asset building up. You
Right.
won't want to get them, say you get them from another trainer and then you start them back where the other trainer from in the beginning, because
Right.
then they'll feel like they're losing out
And don't bring past problems to your
to
gym.
your gym.
No.
Just like a sign I got at the door, leave all problems outside because I'm not dealing with it.
I hear you.
And
There it is.
I kicked a couple people out because of that.
Right.
I just had an argument with my daughter. I said, oh, man, that is not in the gym.
Right.
So it's like, can't be in the gym. I don't want to hear about what you're
Right.
arguing with your daughter.
But,
You
but
gotta
see,
work out.
one thing I want to say real quick, and then we're going to go over into the second hour, and you'll still be with us for the rest of the show. But for the first 15 minutes, I want to finish this interview with Brandon, you know what I'm saying, because Mr. Marvin Columbus, he's going to be with us for the whole show. But it's a lot more that needs to be said, like right here in our own backyard, you know what I'm saying, where Brandon is, right here in Vegas with us. But the thing about it is, Brandon, one thing I want people to understand, too, when it comes to coming to your facility, that it's a family-based situation.
Yep.
It's not about friends. It's about family. You
Yep.
want people to treat each other the same way that you represent and treat them when they see each other out of the class, or if they trade phone numbers in the class, and stay in touch with each other and encourage each other. How important is that?
That's a great importance because it's building a family base and it's building like a home away from home. Even though you're working out and sweating, you could be bleeding. But
That's
you
right.
know that everybody's in there on the same
That's right.
same goal, same process, same motivated. Everybody's motivating each other. So it's a good thing to build that. You don't want it to be up, I just go into the gym, stay to myself. That gets boring. A
Right.
lot of people get boring.
And don't nobody want to be by themselves.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want to be by themselves. It's people that say, "Oh man, I don't mess with nobody. I hang by myself." But you have a boring life,
Yeah.
and not a but I'm saying it's a lonely life. That's what I
Right.
meant. You have a very lonely life. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, everybody, I want y'all to stay locked in and stay tuned in. We're going into the second hour. You're gonna have my man, Mr. Marvin Columbus. You know, who's definitely doing it big for KO High. He's a boxing promoter. He's a humanitarian. He's a trainer. I mean, he's a lover of our community and other communities around the world with what he's doing. Him and his team, they doing a great job. We got my man Brandon in from Havoc City Boxing and Fitness, who's definitely doing it big. So y'all stay locked in. And when we come back, Brandon, we're going to talk about Floyd Mayweather.
All right, let's do it.
Ooh.
We're going to talk about Floyd.
Floyd. Let's talk
All
about
right?
Floyd. Yeah.
Dedication.
Motivation.
Hard
work,
you
huh?
know, hard work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what we want to talk about with all the children. It can be done. He's a great example of being an achiever. And I definitely want to talk about that. So much love, everybody. Stay locked in, tuned in. Hands Off Our Children show. We'll be right back.
Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Help! I hate you. I wish you were never born. Open your stupid mouth and drink some milk. You're gonna be nothing, just like your daddy. Why didn't you tell me you had to pee? You're so stupid. What are you looking at? You're as dumb as your sister. Dumb as your sister. Get back up at the table now! Look what you made me to do to my kids.